What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hugh here from CreatorUp. Welcome back on the brand new episode on VR 360 post-production. Today, I want to make a tutorial that is kind of basic, but cover everything you need to know about VR and 360 video post-production in Adobe environment. The reason why I make this tutorial is, if you saw my old tutorial, it's based on the old version of Premiere, and also I'm using a kind of low-level consumer camera, which is Nikon key mission. Adobe just released a brand new version of Adobe Premiere and After Effects, 2017 October release, then support VR natively. So I will teach you the brand new workflow with the brand new software. So from now on, you can just learn the basic and build on top of your skill that you already learned. And I will gotta bring in some of the footage capture with my camera, the Insta360 Pro. It's an 8K camera. I'll bring in some high-res footage into Premiere and run some tests and teach you how to set up the preview with the brand new Adobe workflow, which allow you to connect directly with the Oculus Rift in your PC and connect into Premiere so you can do live render and live preview, which is unheard of in any editing software. And you can even use the control you got with the Rift to control your timeline and stop and start a play video and jump in between clips. It can do all that inside the Rift while you're wearing the goggles. So I'll teach you how to set that up, and then I will run you through the step-by-step, basic step-by-step, what you need to do for 360 video capture by like professional camera like this one, or the Obsidian, or the Zcam, or the Odyssey, or the Halo. They all have the same workflow you need to deal with. Like you need to denoise if it's low light, you need to sharpen the footage if it's too soft, you need to like patch the tripod leg, you need to do all that and put a logo on top or whatnot. So I'll teach you all that with the brand new VR tool, which come with the Premiere natively. So if you're ready, let's dive right in. So now we're back to our studio. The first step is I want to teach you how to set up the Oculus Rift right here with the brand new Premiere October release. So you can preview your footage live inside Oculus Rift, which is a brand new feature. Here, you can even look at your timeline and jump around with the Oculus Rift, and they come with Rift touch controller. So that's how you do it. First step is actually you need to install Steam. At the time of recording right now, this feature is not available, or it's still in beta for Mac user, but for PC user, that's what you need to install, which is the Steam VR. See right here, Steam VR. Steam is a gaming service, allow you to play game online using Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive. So first install Steam VR, and then when you start Premiere, Steam VR will start it and connect it to your Rift. If you detect it, your Rift is installed, as you see right here. It says it's ready, and my controller and my sensor. So after you have Steam VR, in here, pick Edit, under Edit, Preferences, and in Playback, and make sure you choose Adobe Immersive Environment. And that is the box you need to check. After you check that, hit OK. And that's it. And now you can preview your footage inside your Rift. And then in order to let you to see it, I actually open a preview window, and how to do that is also very easy. Just here, right here. Make sure say display monitor. And just open right here. So let me just turn the thing on, as you see right now. You see the timeline, so you can go ahead and play it. How to play it is actually you can use a controller. So right here, see the controller, you can hit this button, go timeline, see the timeline show up right there. And then you can jump through timeline, as you see right here. If you hitting the trigger button, you can scrub through the timeline right there. So let's imagine right now you're wearing a goggle, so you never need to put your goggle off or just try to jump around the timeline. You can just use the trigger button to scrub through the timeline. And then right here, if you hit the play icon, which is your A icon, hit right there.
Reality experience.
A again, we'll pause the video. So that is the basic feature of how to use the immersive VR player connected to Oculus Rift to preview your video, preview your live edit. And that is a very important feature, at least in part of my workflow, because it really allow me to see what my video look like in a head mount display. So now we're gonna prep our edit inside Premiere. So before we even go into Premiere, the first thing I do is actually look at all the footage I captured. And here is the folder with all the footage I captured. So in here, this footage is captured by Insta360 Pro, which is this camera. It's a six lens camera, so I have a 6 footage, but I usually like decide what I want to stitch, so I don't stitch more footage that's necessary. So basically, I will open just a one lens and preview the file and figure out, oh, I want to use like from here, this point, 1 minute. So I mark down the time code, and then right here, I want to stop. So for 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and then mark down this time code in the notepad. And then when I open Mistika or whatever stitching software I use, I will only stitch that part of the video. So first I save space because this is an 8K footage. So it's a huge file. So first I will save hard disk space. Second, I will save time on stitching unnecessary footage. So that is usually my first step before even open Premiere and do edit. So after you stitch the footage you need, so go ahead and open Premiere. And then you can put all the footage you stitch in a bin and drag down into your timeline, sync with the audio, and start editing. Again, this is not editing tutorial. This is a tutorial to teach you how to use the brand new Premiere to work with 360 video footage. So to save you time, I already sync the audio and do some general edit on the video, as you see right here. So besides preview the footage in the Oculus Rift, the often thing I do is actually just preview it on the Premiere, the same format what you view 360 video on YouTube. Is this button right here, the VR mode. So in here you can pan around, look at that, you can pan around, up and down to preview your footage. So that is not a brand new feature, that's the feature already have in the old Premiere. If you don't see this button, hit this plus icon, and it's right here, you can drag it down into your toolbar. So that is the true mobile view if you watch it in a mobile phone or on a YouTube player. Okay, before I even import the footage, I want to teach how to actually set up a sequence. So I will go on File, go on New, hit Sequence. So in the new Premiere, they actually have a folder, already have all those presets for you, so help you to set up your sequence correctly. So this is a mono footage. I would pick 8K. It's not ambisonic audio footage. There's just stereo. So I pick the second one and go ahead and hit OK. My footage, if you look at my footage, is only 8K, not the full 8K, but the 7680 8K. So I don't make sure that go back to my sequence timeline. So it's different. I need to go to sequence setting, which is I want to make sure the size is the same size of my video. It's just 7860 by 3840, and then OK. So why I need to do this extra step? Because usually we just drag the footage into the new folder, it will create a sequence for you and match exactly as the same setting of the footage you drop in. But that's a problem here. Because sometimes, like this video, I actually import some of the time-lapse footage right here. And the time-lapse, as you see, is really high quality too. And I create that in After Effects and really denoise and process it. And when there's output, I output as a raw format, which is a ProRes format. And the ProRes file doesn't have the meta embed into After Effects. When you output from After Effects, if you drop that into Premiere timeline, this button would not work because they don't have the 360 meta. So make sure that every footage I drop into the timeline work. I need to create a sequence that is specifically VR using that preset. That's exactly why I do that. So to save you headache from the future, then if you import other 360 footage that is not had an embed 360 meta, but this button will still work. And then we'll talk about the common step I do after I finish my edit of my video. So step 1 I will usually do is to make sure that I want my audience facing the point that I want to face. Okay, let me explain what is going on. So for the first clip, this clip, that's exactly what I want people to see. Is she introducing the video, but then I will, in the next clip, so if you look at the front facing part, make sure 0 and 0. So now all that's facing the front part of the video, the 360 fierce video, and I want to make sure that she is the center of the frame. So to do that, we will use the brand new VR Immersive tool built inside Premiere. So if you go ahead and type VR and see, we have this immersive video folder with all the VR tool. This tool is usually called Mettle Skybar. It's an actual plugin, but now it's all built inside Premiere. You don't even know about what Mettle is. If you don't even know what Mettle is, you don't know what Mettle is, and you don't need to know that anymore because Mettle is built inside Premiere. It's a set of plugin you can use for your VR video edit to create the thing you commonly need for VR and 360 video. So the first thing I need is basically when to readjust the center, the facing point of the 360 video. The effect I need is called VR Rotate Spheres. Another tip for you, I actually group my favorite effect into a separate folder right here with the effect I use very often, so I can just quickly get to it. So the effect I need is the VR Rotate Spheres. So grab it, drag in the second clip, and then I want to pan in the white to make sure she is in the centers. So I gotta do the same thing on each clip. Okay, so now I'm done. The second step I usually do is transition. So let's look at here. So the clip is really jarring when it transition, and imagine that when people put it in the VR headsets, any blob transition just creates this impact effect, and that is the last thing you want to have, this impact when people watching a footage that close. So I usually will add subtle transition, but sometimes I want to add dramatic transition to depend on the music I have. This video has really strong music, so it depends on the feeling you want to portray, but you always want to add some transition between clips, so the clip will blend together nicely. So also, now in Premiere, we have this entire brand new VR transition effect. If you open right here, under Immersive Video folder, under Video Transition, we have all this brand new VR transition you can use for free inside Premiere, which is pretty amazing. The one I really like is the light leaks. So put it right here. As you see, it creates this really nice light leak effect between clips, and if you pan around, you actually see that it's seamless. It's not like regular transition effect. You will see the line in when the video stitched together, but this one will not see that because it's built for VR video. So that is transition you can use. So try out all this transition effect and find the one suit your need for your video, for the feeling you want to portray. Personally, I love the light leak, and I also use Morpheus zoom a lot for this impact I want to create for the audience. The next thing, the common thing you want to do is actually add the brand logo into your video. For this clip, especially at the end, I want to add the end credit. And also can put this video on YouTube so people will see the brand who created this video. So go to my project. So that is actually a video file. It's not just a JPEG file, it's a video logo file I want to put at the end of this video. So you see logos right here. But the problem is if you look at VR mode, the video file is actually all squished and look weird because you need to actually put that into 3D space. In order to do that, to put the logo into 3D space, the next effect you want to use inside the brand new Immersive Video tool is the VR playing to spheres. Again, I already have this effect in my favorite right here, VR playing to spheres. So go ahead and drag it on top of the footage. So now immediately you see that in the VR view, we got this not distorted logo look, which is what I want exactly. But it's too big, so I go into Control Effect. In the scale, I want to make sure it's not too big, so only 30%. And also, imagine that this is almost at the end of the video, so viewer might not looking straight on your video when they're on a VR headset. So you want them when they're looking behind, it's just black. So you actually want this logo to be repeat into every angle viewer watching. So viewer will actually see the final branding like the YouTube, like as you see the YouTube link right here. So people will actually subscribe to the channel, but this is the end card. It's a 360 end card. So to do that is actually very easy. Just go ahead, it's a little bigger, hit all, and drag the clip to duplicate the clip 4 times. And then on the second video, I want to open rotate projection into the projection pen y-axis. I want to put 90 degrees. What it does, I'll show you. So when you turn 90 degrees, the logo got duplicate into this direction. So if you're facing on the left side, on the right side, you will still see the logo. So same principle on the next one. I want the rotate pen y-axis into 180 degrees. So basically you turn around is the back side. And then the last one is 270 degrees. So now in 4 sides, you all see the logo. So no matter where you look, you will see the logo exactly. So next thing we're going to talk about is, in most scenario, you will see the tripod in the bottom of your video. That is very common because your camera can sit on top of something, which is the tripod leg. There's a many ways to patch the tripod leg. There's a lot of tutorial out there online teach you how to do that already. You can easily just like save this frame, put it in the Photoshop. You can paint the tripod out and put it back in, or you can pull this footage into After Effects and paint out that way. It's a many tutorial online already. You can look at my channel if you want to learn how to do that. Just paint that out. For here, the brand is asking to put their logo in the tripod leg. And when people look down, they want to see the logo of the video, which is also very easy to do. So go ahead and find the logo of the brand. So if you see on the VR mode, again, the logo is not in the bottom of the footage. So I want to put that in the bottom of the footage. Again, the effect we're going to use, guess it? Yes, it's the VR playing to fears again. So see this effect, you use it a lot. So definitely put that in your favorite bucket. So you can just drag and drop and put it on top of it. Okay, so now I want to put it in the bottom to patch the tripod leg. It's easy to see if you put in VR mode, just pan it around the bottom. So I know that the dead center bottom is basically 2x into 90 degrees. And that exactly to cover the bottom of your tripod. Again, this is too big, so I'll probably just make it 30%. There you go, it's a cover the tripod. And also show the branding of this video, so the brand will be happy. Okay, the last step is actually optional. So on this particular footage, it's actually pretty challenging footage. Good example though. I filmed this with a low light situation. It's actually at a music festival. If you turn around, it's really dark outside. Inside, we have this crazy disco light going on to hit the camera. And the footage is actually very noisy if you pay attention. So turn off VR mode. And go ahead and go to 100%. If you go look at her face, it's very weird, this artifact. I usually also want to fix that. How to fix that is also very easy. It's a free effect inside Premiere. So under VR, under Video Effects, again, under Immersive folder, we have VR denoise and VR sharpen. That is the effect I'm gonna use to process this footage. So go ahead and put a denoise in it because it's so noisy. So just put it onto the footage. And then go ahead and also put the VR sharpening after denoise it. So make the footage sharp again. Effect control right here. See, I already add some in it already. Let's delete that. So first step denoise, second step sharpening. So I just want to show you like this without denoiser, really noisy and stuff. And if you open denoise, you make the footage a little bit soft, and then you bring sharpening back, you bring out the detail back. It still looks pretty bad, I'll be honest. The Mettle or the Adobe brand new Immersive VR to the denoiser and sharpening is not that great. Continue watch this video, I will show you my other trick to make this video have perfect denoiser and perfect sharpening. But that's a bonus tip, so watch until the end of the part and teach you the bonus part. So the final step is render. After I finish all this, I need to render it out, right? So I hit File, Export, Media. So Premiere, why not already built in final render if you output that onto YouTube and Facebook, which is under H.264. And the presets is right here, the VR monoscopic and VR stereo. They even have presets for ambisonic audio, which is pretty amazing. So for this case, if you upload it on Facebook and YouTube, you can just pick stereo audio. But pay attention, right here, the problem of H.264 max out in 4K. You still see the footage is 8K. So if you want to upload 8K on YouTube, which YouTube do support 8K footage, watch this tutorial and then go into detail to teach you actually how to correctly render 8K 360 video, compress them, and upload on YouTube at ease. So in the tutorial, I should teach you not to use H.264 and actually use QuickTime container, which is .mov file, and pick the codecs using on a PC, DNx HR, and on a Mac, you use ProRes 444, highest resolution, and go ahead and hit match source. And see you got 8K, and then render out of 8K. So now, bonus tip. Render 8K video, even have a beast machine, is very, very slow. So here's a bonus tip to teach you how to double, sometimes triple your rendering speed. So it's to use preview and smart render. So if you know that your goal is to produce 8K video on YouTube or on any platform you want, so you know that your output format for PC, DNx HR, or the GoPro Cineform. So if you know that, before you set your sequence, make sure your sequence setting right here in the video preview, you actually pick not GoPro Cineform. See that? I just make a mistake because my final render is actually using QuickTime, DNx HR. So I will use this preview format as my preview. It's okay. Because with that, the benefit is when you go ahead and hit render in and out. So with that, after you finish rendering, like right here, everything's green, you can directly, from whatever your preview render, directly into output. Basically triple your rendering speed. So after you finish rendering into preview, see the green part? So when you go to export, right here, and you can use preview to render. So there's no double render anymore because the preview is already DNx HR. And then your output using the preview is also DNx HR. There is just simply copy from the footage from your render media drive all the way to your destination drive. It's just a copy. There's no decode, compressor, all the stuff. So there's no double render, there's no quality loss, and at the same time save you a ton of time. Because you always want to, because right now you can do the live preview right now with the Oculus Rift. So you always want to preview your final product before you actually render, because render is expensive, it costs time. So you want to make sure you have no mistake and your producer agree with the final render before you output them. So you always need to do this render anyway for preview. So why not just leverage that effect using use preview to render the final output. So some people might use proxy edit. That is the other way to do 360 video. Totally fine. If you use proxy edit, you probably cannot use this workflow. I have a relative beast machine, pretty fast graphic card. So I prefer this way because it saves me a lot of time. But that does have a requirement because this rendering file is stored with pretty high resolution. Let me show you the sequence setting. But this rendering preview file is actually in QuickTime DNx HR, which is a huge file, and it's gonna store at my drive. Let me show you my drive folder structure right here. My D drive is dedicated for cache media. So if you turn on here, it's nothing here, it's just cache. And every preview video is stored in this folder. And I can show you how big is this folder right now. It's 34 gigabytes just for this project right here. In the setting, I can also show you. So as you see, my media cache is actually in my D drive. And I made Adobe After Effects because my After Effects also put my cache media in here. So everything just push it there. It's easy for me to like manage. But this drive is a really fast Samsung PCIe SSD, 50 gigabyte, which is I might have purchased 2 terabyte. Because why not? I just do so much project. But minimum you need a 500 gigabyte of SSD because that makes sure you have really fast speed to transfer from a CPU to your drive to your final destination. So that is a requirement to use this bonus tip to use smart render and preview render to speed up your final render speed. So bonus number 2, remember on here, the sequence, like right here, I want to put the logo like in the 4 wall. I need to duplicate 4 times and manually adjust the rotation degree to put it 4 times, but there's an easier way to do that. On this video, again, I will go ahead and duplicate this one just right here. Make sure get rid of the Premiere VR Plan to Fear effect. Get rid of it, but still hide the layer so you're not seeing that. Click the black video layer. I add in a new effect, which by BorisFX Continuum Complete is called BBC VR Insert. So drag this effect right here. So this effect is by this company called BorisFX. The same company make Mocha VR, have a brand new effect called VR Unit. It's a really powerful tool to speed up your workflow for your Premiere and After Effects VR production. So I just put the effect onto this clip. So I'll show the magic. So step 1 is make sure that you pick a mono, and that is a 360-degree video, not 180. And then the source layer, the insert layer, is video 7, which is hidden right now. Right here, it's hidden. But see, immediately it show you the logo right on the screen right here, that centers. But remember, I need to duplicate 4 times, right? Not only 4 times, I can make it 6 times. Show the magic right here. Under insert repeat, I'm gonna put 4 size. And now the logo just duplicate itself 4 times into 4 wall, and I will show you exactly. Click a button, you can do all that. And to make it even further, I can put in all size. So now top and bottom. So if user happen to looking down, looking up, they still see the logo right there. So if you see like top and bottom as well, so your brand will be super happy because their brand is everywhere in the final video, and make them happy and make you happy to pay you more money, right? And you're not doing extra work, you're actually doing less work with this brand new effect. That's a bonus tip number 2. Okay, bonus tip number 3. So remember right here, we see this time lapse. Let's just if you notice, let's put in VR mode. What is the goal in putting out the video? Honestly, the video is on a tripod. It's not moving. It's at a rave. I cannot bring a roller. I cannot bring a RC car inside a rave. It's just crazy. But that is the entire post effect. It's a post Dolly pan and Dolly zoom effect. The company actually make all those VR effects called Mettle. They have a new plugin suite called Mantra. So I'll just find it for you. Called Mettle Mantra. So with Mantra VR Morpheus transform, which is exactly this effect, I will show you right here. So I add an animation right here in zoom feather. So just create this like really cool like punching slider effect into 360, create this fake slider effect, which just look amazing, increase the production value. But in fact, you are not running like $4,000 a Mantis roller and make that movement. You just use a simple effect. Okay, final bonus tip. Remember I mentioned about the video is really bad? Let's just go back and look at the video right here. To 100%, and look at that. Even with the Adobe 360 effect with the VR denoise and VR sharpening, it still look really fake and unreal of this footage of her. Look at her face. It look like a painting. Be honest, the native VR denoiser and the VR sharpening effect is not that great. You need some professional treatment. Well, because time of the tutorial, I would not be able to go into detail how to do that, but I want to show just the difference between a professional denoiser. So this one got denoised by Neat Video and also using the same company right here, BorisFX VR Unit sharpening tool to sharpen the video. And I've done it in After Effects. And if you're interested to learn how to do that, you can watch one of my tutorial and I will show you exactly how to denoise and resharpening in a brand new video too. So, but I just want to compare. So that is what professionally done. And that is what happened with the native VR tool. As you see, this looks like a painting. It's not real. But this one, it looks correct. Because right now I'm zooming 100%, but if you look at fit or even like 50%, it look really great. So with it, without it, like a painting, look at all the bokeh area right here. It look like a painting. With my processing, it look really sharp, even in low light, and you can really see a detail of a clothing. And they're a clothing company, and you don't want the clothing look weird. So that's bonus tip number 4. And I will make a series of tutorials to teach you like my advanced tips and tricks to how to process the video, like the one I just showed you. More creative way to use the mantra effect. If you like this video, please give me a thumb up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to subscribe. Also, you can check out my Instagram. As you see on screen right here, I make a lot of tiny planet video and behind the scene of my VR project and video project. So if you can, go ahead and follow me as well. And I will see you next time.